Welcome back to No Party with B and J. We're pulling back on something bigger than one president, one billionaire, or one administration. This is the long game, the blueprint the 1% used to take over America piece by piece.
Because none of this started with Trump and none of this ends with Elon Musk. They're just two of the biggest faces benefiting from a plan that's been unfolding for decades.
And every single takeover begins the same way. You weaken the public before you strengthen the powerful.
And the easiest way to weaken a population is to weaken its education, civics, science, history, literacy, critical thinking, everything people used to defend themselves. They used to do that.
Absolutely. And this goes back 40 years. Reagan cut education budgets, attacked unions, and pushed for privatization.
Bush expanded testing, but not funding. Clinton deregulated media, letting corporations buy up everything. Obama tried to do something, but it was blocked. And by the time Trump walked in, the system was already cracked.
If Trump didn't start the weakening, but boy, oh boy, did he accelerate it to a whole new level.
Here's the part people miss. The 1% can't take power if the public is informed. They need citizens confused, divided, and overwhelmed.
If people can simply learn media literacy, they recognize propaganda. If people learn civics, they recognize the power grabs. If people learn science, they recognize the lies. And if people learn history, they see the patterns and maybe stop them from repeating.
That is exactly why education became the first battlefield.
When Trump came in, the door was cracked and he kicked it wide open.
Cuts to the federal education programs, cuts to the college affordability, cuts to the scientific institution, attacks on experts, professors, researchers, doctors, intellectuals.
And underneath that, deregulation, the universal gift to the most powerful people in America.
This is the part that connects directly to Elon Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg, and the rest of the 1%. When education falls, billionaires gain.
Because a public that doesn't understand systems can't recognize when the systems are being replaced in front of their very eyes.
And that's how Elon Musk ended up controlling satellites, EV infrastructure, NASA launch dependence, political communication, AI development, and the military internet.
Not because the government chose him, but because the government had become too weak to do these things themselves.
This part is critical. This wasn't chaos. This wasn't coincidence. And this wasn't random political behavior.
The 1% have been dismantling America to destroy it. They've been dismantling America so that they can run it themselves.
Yes, they have. Public systems weakened. Private systems strengthened. Education has been weakened. Propaganda has been strengthened. Oversight has been weakened. And corporate power has been strengthened.
Right now, Brenda, we're living in a country where private billionaires control more national infrastructure than the federal government itself.
SpaceX, as a matter of fact, launches more rockets than NASA. Starlink runs communications the Pentagon depends on. X controls a massive, and I do mean massive, chunk of political messaging. Tesla dominates the EV future, and XAI is stepping into intelligence and defense.
That doesn't happen unless education, the people's shield, is stripped away.
If the 1% now control the system the government used to run, and the public doesn't have the knowledge to fight it, who really runs the country?
And more importantly, who is the government now accountable to? The people or the billionaires?
If you can vote, then vote. If you can't, ride 5 that can.
This has been No Party with B&J. We'll catch you on the other side.
What's up, everybody? Gather round, let's ignite. It's the sensible thinker shining true tonight. With your host, Brenda, and Justin in the mix. Combo deeper than an